Good morning. Wow, do I have a lot to show you. First off, it's Easter Monday, so we made it through Holy Week. It was a wild Holy Week for me. Just a lot of church time, which I is great. But between choir practice and then actually being at the masses that I was required to sing at, and then going to the things that are important to me, it was just a very busy Holy Week. I didn't get home from Holy Thursday until 10 o'clock. And then Friday was another couple hours in the afternoon. And then Saturday, I was there from 7 until 11 p.m. And then yesterday, I was there again in the morning. I love Easter morning liturgy. It's so beautiful and happy. I always think to myself, as Catholics, we didn't get to be happy very often. So I'm all in for Easter. It was honestly didn't feel like Easter. It was very sad. It's the last year at my church, so I have really not handled that well. So yesterday did not feel like Easter normally does, but that's okay. And then we woke up this morning on Easter Monday to the news that Pope Francis had passed away this morning, 7:30 a.m. in Rome, so around 2 o'clock in the morning. So may he rest in peace and find all the peace and glory in heaven that we all strive towards. And now we pray for his soul, and then we pray that the leaders of the church pick a good successor to hold the keys for us. So anyway, that was, there's something very beautiful about starting the day after the resurrection, knowing that we're going to have a new leader. Very poignant. And John Paul II also died during Holy Week, the week after Easter. So I think that it's beautiful. But anyway, you're not here to listen to me talk about my church at all. So it's going to be a longer video. I apologize, but I have a lot to show you. So I have one FFO, and she is a beauty. And my goodness, I have so much stuff here that it's just falling on me. There we go. So the first thing I have finished is my what is it called? Winter Rose Manor. And it was framed at Hobby Lobby, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I found this frame on clearance for $15, I think. There was only one, and it's the perfect frame. Excuse me. It's the perfect frame. And my friend was there with me, and she picked it out. So I was like, what do you think about this? And she was like, I love it. And it was square, and it fit, and yay. I don't know why I can't seem to... my computer must not be square because I'm holding it square. My house is not square. So anyway, she did not want glass. I did not put glass on the actual Christmas piece that she puts up that I made. So she did not want that. So this is on a 32 count Picture This Plus Bramble using the original Vicky Clayton silk conversion. It's not perfect, don't look too closely, but I love it, and it's done. So we're going to try to get together soon. Her birthday was on the 19th, so want to get together and celebrate and give her this. And as soon as I'm done filming, it's going back in the bag from whence it came. So yeah, that's great. And then, so that's the only FFO I have, but I have, I want to say 2. No, I have 3. I have 3 finishes. So for the first time ever, I planned a Ash Wednesday start. I scheduled myself to finish it on Holy Thursday, and I did. So this is by Quaint Rose Needle Arts. Mine is not perfect. Perfection is best left to the saints. It is on a mystery purple fabric using DMC01, so it's one of the new colors. And the plan is to frame it, but not anytime soon. Maybe for next Lent. So I really like it. Love it, actually. So always happy to have a finish to show off. That is true to color right there. Sorry, today it's cloudy and it's only 8:30 in the morning, so it's still kind of dark out. But we are filming on a Monday, so we have to do it before work. I have an absolutely crazy week at work this week. I leave for the Lehigh Valley around 11 today, and then tomorrow I'm home. Wednesday I'm in the Lehigh Valley and then going to Harrisburg. Thursday I'm in Wilkes-Barre for the day, and then Friday I have meetings, but I'm at home. So it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, and then my next finish is from Words to Live by Salt and Pepper Stitching, and I can never remember who this designer is, so I haven't posted it on Instagram yet. And I did Have Faith. This is for a friend. I started it, didn't like my fabric, didn't like my colors, and I restarted it. So this is Have Faith. This is on a speckled something or other that I got in a Bestitch Me box forever ago. I used a purple, that's the color, purple silk and a black silk. So I love that. And then I found in my stash a black velvet. So I'll back it in black. And then I'm going to put this white lace on the outside. And that is a job I must do this weekend. She's having surgery on May 20th, but I'm seeing her soonish, and I might just give it all to her before her surgery. And I will explain to you where I got the silks soon. And then my third finish in the last 2 weeks. So I think I told you I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done so that I can go into Maynia in May guilt-free. And so far that I have, knock on wood, succeeded. I don't think I'm going to get everything done, but I think I'm going to be close. And I would get everything done, except I picked up another project because of who I am as a person. Anyway, I finished the monthly Quakers. So this is December. Don't point out the mistake. I know where it is. But this is December, and I absolutely adore it. It was oddly very easy. It's the easiest one of all of them, I thought, and I really love the colors I picked. So it called for collards by weeks. So I did use the collards because I had 3 full things of it. Because I don't think, well, one was not enough. I had used some of one, and I don't know how much, but I ran out and had to use a bunch of the second. But then for the red, it was a much more muted red, and I was like, no, it's Christmas. So I used Bing Cherry by Color and Cotton, and this was, I mean, it is just a magnificent red. It's majestic. It's just so bright. There's just a subtle model to it. I loved it. So they're all done. In my next video, I'm sure I will be obnoxious and show you all of them. I need to FFO the last 5. I have the boards already. I just have to sit down and do it. I think Saturday is going to be a great finishing day for me. So those are my finishes. Let me readjust here because I have so much to show you still. Okay, I only have like 3 whips because I've been working steadily on things to finish them. I was really thrilled. I was not entirely certain I would get December Quaker done, but for some reason it just flew. I finished it in like 10 days of not a lot of stitching, like only in the morning and in the evening. So the next thing I've been working on, and this one I'm very unlikely to get done, but I'm pushing for because I need it done for June, so I will have to work on it in May. And this is Agronoth. Visit Agronoth from Lord of the Rings. This is by Country Magic Stitch. I am using a 14 count Aida and the called for DMC 4 strands tent. And for the second time, I have discovered that I do not have one of the colors needed, even though I went to Michael's and bought it, so they must not have had it. So I have to go back to go to a different Michael's and get the missing colors. But these are from Rivendell and the Shire and this, because I just have a ring that's from my Country Magic Stitch pieces. But anyway, this is quite wrinkly because the fabric was rolled for a long time, and then just because I don't iron. But here's where we are. I'm almost 50% done. And wow, from far away, it looks pretty good. So I'm working on the darkest gray right now. So I am down here working with this like charcoaly gray. So we're getting there. I'm like I'm close to 50% done. I'm not 50% done, and in the next 9 days I'm not going to do another 50% because this week I have to work so much. But that's okay. That will continue into May, and then so will this if it's not done. So this is my church pieces, and I would be done. So I have finished 2 of them. This is what they look like when they're finished. This was ironed, but obviously I shoved it in a bag. This is by Needle and Abode. I was doing 3 using the called for DMC, which looks like 3 have been completed. I did have to buy more of DMC 436, 437, the browns. I had to buy more of the browns. And one other one, 421 maybe. So that is a mess. That's the colors. And I am actually finishing up this morning when we're done here, the last of the backstitch on the 3rd, and then I would be good. But last week at Mass, I was singing for Palm Sunday, so I still have to do right around here the backstitching, and then it's done. Oh, and I have to finish right here up into this. So the backstitching, I have to say, it really does make these. But anyway, I made the mistake of showing the choir director who went to school with my brother, and we were all in orchestra together. I made the mistake of showing it to him, and he was like, I want one. And I had kicked around making him one because, I have stage fright. So I'm actually quite annoying when I sing. And I insist on practicing and, the whole thing. So I had thought about it, and then I was like, I don't think he'd want it. And he was like, yes. So I have one more to make before we close on June 8th. I want them all done by June 8th. So one more, and then obviously all the backstitching on the letters. So that's for him, and the last one, no matter what, is going to be for me. So I will finish the backstitch before I start work at 9, and then I will get it back on the frame. That's my downstairs stitching for now. And so even as Maynia starts, that will still be my downstairs stitching. It shouldn't, if it's like 44, is it? It's like 4,400 stitches. So, and it's easy except for the stained glasses confetti. So I might be able to get that done by the end of the month, because that's only, I don't know how many days there are in April. Let's just say there's 9 more days. That's really only 9, 18, 27, 30. That's a couple hundred, 450-ish stitches a day, and that's not that many. Maybe I could do it. We'll see. I don't think it's 4,500 stitches now that I'm like thinking about it. Let me check. If I could get my code in, that would be helpful. Okay, needle and a bode. Yeah, it's 2,500 stitches. I was like, yeah, that's like 330 or 50 stitches a day. I could do that. It really goes fast until it's time to do the confetti in the back stitch. So that I should be able to get done by the end of the month. All right, so I have one more whip, but I do need to look it up. Hang on one second. I have it in Pattern Keeper, but I don't have a printout of the PDF. So I think I showed this to you last time. This is... Oh, guys, we're very professional here. This is Leave Me Alone, I'm cross-stitching. Except I'm doing a color conversion to Dinky Dyes. So the Have Faith, I use the Dinky Dyes for that. No, it's not. Silk's for you. Silk's for you. Ignore me. Silk's for you. Anyway, I'm using a Silk's for You conversion that I don't know if Steph did it. I don't know who did it, but I bought the floss from her and she sent it to me. So here is the silks, which are already looking a little tired. That's not good. So there's the silks. So there's a couple pinks, a couple purples, and a black. So this is like right on the edge of the colors I like. And I showed you the pattern, and then I am using Rose Water by Color and Cotton. Steph sent me this. It's 32 count Rose Water. I absolutely love it. So that's the fabric I'm using. And here is my pitiful like 200 or 300 stitch start. So there's the little ghosty, and then that's a little peanut butter and jelly needle minder that Steph made to send me. Peanut butter is my favorite food, as many of you know. So we were all supposed to start that at the retreat. So they started it at the retreat and I started it from here, but obviously I am frantically stitching on other things. So I got very little done and went back to Agronoth, which is also easier to work on like when I have to use my brain. Or I don't have a brain to use. I clearly don't have a brain on Monday morning. Speaking of the retreat, let me just go on and tell y'all that I got really spoiled. Wow. So even though I wasn't there, Jen picked up my swag, and then a lot of the people at my table had stuff for me that they sent anyway, which was so kind, because I sent nothing. But the retreat was like my style. So one of the little gifties was this little, it was Stitch Fest 2025. Look at those colors. And then on the back, it looks like this. So that was, I'm going to use it for orts. And then this is going to be part of my Maynia Starts, but a Stitcher's Garden. Isn't that cute? It came with the fabric. I don't know if someone gave me the fabric or if it came with it. And floss, I have an Ada, and then look at those colors. Are they not just so me? And it came with the frame, which is painted on, hang on, I'll show you. Which is painted here. Beautiful, oh, stunning. And then, oh, it came with a floss drop. It came with a floss drop. I didn't even notice that. But it sits in that when you fully finish it. So cute. So anyway, this is one of my Maynia Starts. And I don't know what the floss is. Oh, it must be DMC. And then the fabric is Pirate and Robin. It's like a light green. That's pretty true. So that's actually one of my 7 new Maynia Starts. Now you've seen it. It's like a little prequel. And then I just have some other stuff to show you. I also got this with 40 count lamb's wool and the called for sampler threads. Love that. Thought about starting this during Mania. It's in the if I run out of other things to start pile. Lots of candy from Canada, like lots. And then a ramen from Canada, which is chicken flavored. I love ramen, so yay. Then they also got these little nameplates. Oh, look at how cute that is. I love it. That matches all the other themed things. And then someone sent a little worry worm. I'm your little worry worm. Keep me near and squeeze me tight. Tell me your worries and everything will be all right. Oh, my heart. And then Jen sent a suitcase full of stuff that I always have trouble opening because I'm not smart. I think because I overthink it is why I actually can't open it. But you can see there's like thread, some candy, some stickers. There's like Band-Aids and scissors, and there's a emery board. So that was really fun. And then this was in the box. Thought about starting this for Mania, but I don't need any more ornaments this year. Then look at this little bag someone made. There's no, is there a tag on the inside? There's no tag in it, but look at how nice that is. It's got a little pocket here, zips closed. And then we got these little charms. I don't know who these came, just assume everything came from people at my table and I just don't know. And then look at this little, to put on a finish. Oh, so cute. And then someone made this stunning needle book. Look at that. Beautiful. And then this little folding scissor set. And then another little case. I mean, gosh, coffee themed. People are talented. And the inside. And then over here where you see my collection of water cups that need to go downstairs, one of them is bright pink, the one in the back, and it says Stitch Fest on it. And then Jen sent my, she had done an Owl Forest order, and I got in on that. So one of the things was the needle minder that goes with the roses, which is the cathedral piece I'm working on. And then the other is Owl Forest pumpkin. My grandmother's up. Pumpkin house. So that's the floss that goes with it. I have not started that. Maybe that'll be a birthday start this year. We'll see. And then what else? So there's a lot of other stuff that has already been put away, but Jen sent me this because I really wanted to make this. And this is Carolyn Manning Violet Dream. I think this came in the purple Bestitch Me box, so she very kindly gifted me that. Steph saw this and knew that I needed it, and she was correct. So this is a Dimensions set of 6 angels, and they're done on, is it a, yeah, it's a plastic Aida. I will probably do them not on a plastic Aida. Then this is the pattern for Stitch Fest, Spring in Michigan. I could see myself stitching this even though I wasn't there. And then I feel like this is from Jen because she knows that I love tacos and she makes luggage tags. So, but don't quote me. But this little luggage tag, that's a taco. Oh, I love it so much. And I have an away suitcase, so everyone has the same suitcase as me, so that's great. And then I bought this myself. I was on Facebook, and there's this one woman on Stash Unloading that has the best stuff. And this is, I had to get this. So this is Christmas Story ornaments. I love them so much. It's Jan Lynn. Of course, it's Jan Lynn, so the floss comes like that. Not stressful at all. Then a couple other things to show you. My newest cross stitcher magazine came in yet. Have not opened it yet. It's like a little present for later. And then the woman that I made the bunny for really liked it. She really wants a stuffed cat pillow. And I cannot say no. So I ordered needlepoint cats. And she has a cat that looks like this one. So I'm going to stitch just the cat and stuff it into a pillow. It uses DMC wool, but I'm going to use regular DMC. And then I'm going to do it tent like they do, just to make my life a little easier. It calls for 10 count. I will probably try to find like maybe I'll do 14 count over 2. I don't know. That's a future Katie problem. But yeah, I bought this. I told her I was not even going to consider starting it until June. Like, I have Maynia Plans. Also, just a little FYI, I bought this on the secondary market. Obviously, it's a postcard that somebody wrote on in February 26th, but I can't see the postmark. The pen, it was 1 cent. It's a Benjamin Franklin stamp. 1906. So this is from 1906. And I think under my nativity piece, I will have this added to the mat. I will have the mat cut twice. My brother's, our pews have numbers on them, and I'm going to commandeer those numbers. How it happens, no one will know. But anyway, I want to add something kind of special. Now, I know we're 27 minutes in, but I won't see you again before Maynia starts, and I wanted to show you the whips that I'm going to work on. So I have a cart here. Those are my whips, and then down there, that's the new starts. My stitching room is a mess. Judge not, lest you be judged. And I'll show you what I'm going to work on. So I picked 8 whips, my 8 most recent whips. With my recent finishes, the 8 most recent actually go back fairly far, but that's okay. I have had 14 finishes this year, so I'm pretty pleased with myself. I will show you what my April calendar looks like. So here's the update for April so far. These are all my finishes. If I get 2 more, they won't all fit on that little box I've got there. And thus far, I've had more finishes than starts, which I have not. No, I've had more finishes than starts in March. And I had way more starts than finishes in February. And I guess, I didn't write down my new starts in January. New start, 2. I had 4 new starts in January and 3 finishes. Oh no, I had 6 new starts and 3 finishes. Anyway, I'm doing great. Let me show you my whips that I'm going to work on. I have these numbered, the whips and the new starts, 1 through 15, and I will just ask the house robot to pick me a number, and that's how we'll start. So, fairly quick. This is Frogwarts. I thought I would work on this month, but that did not happen. But there it is. This will get at least 2 full days, hopefully. Not hopefully, it'll get 2 full days. There's 30 days in March. So that's whip 1. And then I'm going to work on Assumption, which you guys just saw in the last video, so I'll just show you the cover. This is on a 20... I don't remember what this is on. 22 count maybe? 1/1 Ada. And that's what it will eventually look like, but I am just a little bit right up here. So that has not had 2 days yet, like 2 good days, so I am happy to give it that. Because a lot of these are like starts that I started because it was a day that it should be started, but didn't give it the time that it deserves. This is my Ducks sampler. There's very little to see, but this is what that's not what it looks like. This is what it will look like. I have done just a little bit of the border up here. And I am using this stunning Barefoot Needle Art, Under the Sea Fabrics purple. Love it. That's the color. And I'm using a mix of the Called For and the DMC. That very much deserves 2 days. You know what? I'm just going to fold this. It'll go in easier if it's folded. Sorry, y'all. Apparently I shouldn't film on Monday morning. Number 2. Number 3 is Next Door. So Steph and I started this. She might be done. But this is by Beth Twist. And it says, I wish you lived next door. It's outlined. So that's what I've done. I don't think I'll get this finished, but 2 days should give me some good work on it. And that is on a 40 count Newcastle linen oaken. And that was, I think, a birthday gift, or maybe I think it was a birthday gift. The Called For floss and that piece of fabric and the pattern. Then next will be Solomon's Temple, which I started with Michelle McGraw. This really needs some love because it is gargantuous. So there it is. I am not doing the border. I'm just doing the temple itself. I love the colors of it. And that's what I have done so far. 3 little bands of color. But that's okay. As Michelle often says, you can't finish it if you don't start it. So, and that is by Victoria Harley. And then this is in a bag Steph made, actually. And this is the Day. I started this with Michelle at our retreat. This is a Plum Street. There it is. Love the colors. I'm using a 40 count Vicky Clayton and the DMC. And don't have much of this done either, but there it is. Again, these are all things that have gotten very, very little work, so it's going to be a good thing to work on them. And then I started this right before the Barefoot Needle Art Retreat. This is Coffee Quaker by Beth Twist. And I have a pitiful little start on this. I'm using a 40 count R&R Stars Hollow and the Called For floss. And that's all I have. I don't even know which way. Maybe it goes like this. I don't remember. But that's all I have. So that definitely needs 2 days. And then the last one is Snowy Owl. I started this also at Barefoot. And that is by the Artsy Housewife. Also on a 40 count. Using the Called For Sulky. That's all I have done. But it's so, I love how the black just pops off that fabric. The fabric is, I don't remember. 40 count linen Dove by Millennium Fabrics. Millennial, not Millennium Falcon. Millennial Fabrics. And then I have the floss in this little kit that Michelle gave us at the retreat. They fit perfectly. And then I have the white over there to go right here. So those are my 8 whips. Though now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if I FFO Solomon's Temple and start one of the ones that I have over here that I really wanted to start and didn't. Where is it? Is this it? Nope. I wonder where I put that pattern. Oh, there it is. Maybe I start this instead. Something to consider. Something to consider. Maybe I'll have 8 new starts, 7 whips, and FFO Solomon's Temple, because the more I look at it, I really like it, but I don't know. Kind of like the Eucharist representation there. Or maybe I should work on Sacred, which I have started by Teresa Kogut. Okay, I have to think about that. But anyway, May does not start for another... I really don't know how many days are in April. Is it not? Is it 30 or 31? And I'm sure it won't be the first thing I pick, so I have time. And then just for a little FYI, I'm going to also start the Prairie Schooler. I'm going to probably do another of the Prey series for myself. And then the little kits that I showed you all last time. And that's me for Maynia. I hope... Oh, I forgot one more thing. Jen sent me this Butterbeer lip balm. I need 8 more. It's so good. I highly recommend. It's by Delightful Naturals. It's got beeswax, olive oil, coconut oil, and stevia. Or is this from Steph? It was either from Steph or Jen, but I really like this. So yeah, big plans. The next time you see me, we should be knee-deep into Maynia. By knee-deep, I mean a week in. And I should have some FFOs to show you. Right now, I have a big mess to clean up. But anyway, I hope that you all had a wonderful Easter and Passover, whichever, or if you celebrate. I hope that it's a good Maynia if you celebrate. I've never done it before, but I'm hoping that it helps my mood, let's call it. So anyway, be well. Know that I'm thinking about you. Thank you for your comments and your good thoughts. Talk to you soon. Bye.